man, in this video I'm going to share with you 4 key crypto narratives you are not going to want to miss out on in this next bull run. Bitcoin sat here at 37,000, knocking on the door of 38. In my previous videos I've done a bunch of TA suggesting why we could be breaking through 40 imminently, and if you're not in the market then you're hugely missing out on a major crypto cycle with a Bitcoin spot ETF on the horizon and many positive catalysts on the horizon too. But in this video, we know we're scrambling to get our portfolios ready. You guys are probably looking at narratives to make sure you're locked and loaded. What are the 4 narratives you may have missed that you want to be paying attention to in this next bull cycle? I'm going to cover them off and a lot more. Smash all the likes. Do not forget to subscribe if you want to trade with us, with our community. We're making some amazing trades. Ijaz.uk/TG is where you're going to find our trading community. Hope to see a bunch of you guys in there. So let's kick off here with what is going to be my first narrative, which a lot of people are still sleeping on, and that is DeFi. You would be silly going into this next bull run not taking a careful look at DeFi and deciding which projects you want to invest in. And by DeFi, I don't just necessarily mean lending protocols. I mean various different things that form a part of it, including the infrastructure plays, right? In order to participate in DeFi, you need something like Chainlink, right? You need a good data oracle to pull through all the price feeds. What is the de facto player in that game? That is Chainlink. Been here, done that, been around for many cycles, and continues to be the leader in the data oracle space. Then I want you guys to look at something called Uniswap. Do your research on a project called Uniswap. Again, a lot of you OGs will know Uniswap. You know it's the leading AMM and decentralized exchange, but why is this important now more so than ever? Why are we seeing here over the last 7 days that Uniswap is pumping? Which, by the way, we took this trade, our community made over 30% profit trading Uniswap, right? Because it was obvious. When you see that exchanges like Coinbase and Binance are being attacked, and you saw CZ step down and Binance getting a $4 billion fine, it reminds you that the centralized crypto space is going to be controlled by the incumbents. If you don't like that, it's just a reality, right? The US are not going to approve a spot ETF and allow all their institutional money to flow in if there's an exchange doing something they don't like, which is why they've targeted CZ, which is why they've tarnished the name of Binance and giving them a fine as well. So what is the natural place to go? The natural place to go is to look for a decentralized exchange. So never sleep on decentralized exchanges. Take a look at Uniswap. Take a look at others. Another important narrative you're going to want to look at. And then there's various others you guys can look at, right? You can look at something like DYDX. You can look at PancakeSwap, right? To look at the decentralized exchanges on other blockchains as well. Plenty of other things. GMX is another one for you guys to look at. 1inch as well. So many great plays here in the DeFi space. And again, if you want to see these lists, you guys can do so. Just jump over to CoinGecko, take a look at the categories and go through and just do your research on these coins, right? If there's any specific coins you want me to break down, if you want my perspective on it, then make sure you're in our Telegram so you can shout about it. And if enough of you are asking me about a certain coin, I will do a thorough breakdown of that coin. So definitely one you're going to want to look out for is DeFi. Let's now move on to the next narrative. Again, so many people continue to sleep on. This is one of those narratives that is really boring, but when it runs, it really runs. And it's also part of what I was talking about previously. If you understand where the US are trying to go and kind of the Western countries are trying to go in terms of Bitcoin, they're not going to allow Bitcoin to run until they've got control of it, right? And therefore, what are the things they don't like? They don't like privacy coins, and they don't like the centralized exchanges operating the way they want to operate. And that is why, again, do not be surprised to see privacy coins like Monero, like Zcash, like Dash continue to start doing well again. Again, they're kind of up this week here after the news of the Binance situation. It makes a lot of sense, right? If you go to the core of crypto, once all the institutional money flows in and people are getting frustrated with how that's operating because it'll become more and more like traditional finance, which I left, right, because I hated it, then you're going to notice that the core crypto community is going to need to push back against that. And they're going to push back against that by looking for the truly decentralized, immutable ways of trading in crypto, which is ultimately why crypto exists, right? To do so in a permissionless way. And so again, another narrative for you guys to look at: Monero, Zcash, Dash, and start looking at these as potential opportunities there for the next cycle as well. Moving on. Then going to move on to artificial intelligence. Why is it that I'm mentioning this now? If you remember at the peak of the artificial intelligence cycle, everybody got really excited behind this play. But when it dies down, that's when you need to be looking to add. You don't want to add in peak hype. You want to add just when things are settling off again, and then you want to be jumping in and riding. But one thing is for sure, I do think this bull market will have a big component of AI. Because the reality is, if you look at the traditional companies like OpenAI and all the other companies like Microsoft and Google and Tesla, all of them, and Twitter now, with their one as well, they're all playing in this AI space. And so when they're playing in this AI space, the crypto AI plays will continue to move in solidarity as well. So expect this to be another bull market fueled by AI speculation and momentum and excitement and greed, and therefore do expect a lot of pumpability in AI tokens. If you want to see me do a separate breakdown on my favorite AI plays, I have done that already. I'll link that up for you guys here so you can see a breakdown of some of the AI plays and my thoughts on them specifically. We cover off things like Render, we cover off things like Fetch AI, Singularity Net, we cover these, and Ocean Protocol in that video. So definitely go watch that and drop me a comment if you did decide to go and watch that video. So first one was DeFi, second one was privacy coins, third one, if you were paying attention people, was artificial intelligence, and my last theme, which I want to share with you guys. And again guys, please do not sleep. The whole reason I'm sharing these specific four are because these are the ones that people sleep on. They forget about things like Chainlink, they forget about things like Uniswap. I'm not just talking about the common ones by going over to crypto bubbles here, be like, oh look, that's pumping, let's ape into this one, let's just ape into ape, right? That's how it works. No, we got to look at the narratives that people aren't thinking about now. Give yourselves opportunity to DCA into them, and then when your thesis turns out right, that people go, hang on, in a bull market we need Chainlink, we need Uniswap, why do we not have them? You already locked and loaded your bags earlier on. Okay, so my last but not least theme I want to share with you guys, a narrative that's going to be very, very important in this next cycle, is layer 2 scaling solutions. You have to understand that if we're expecting more and more money to flow into crypto, that is going to create more and more congestion on the base layers, right? Whether that's Ethereum, whether that's Phantom, whether that's Algorand, whatever. So expect the efforts to continue to be around layer 2 scaling solutions and the ability for blockchains to scale, right? We're still in a scaling phase here. We've not hit mass adoption in crypto. So all of our issues tend to be around security, making sure everything is secure and no hacks, and scalability, making sure it's fast, it's efficient, it's cheap, and it's scalable, right? So people can actually use it. So do not sleep on layer 2 scaling solutions, things like Polygon, things like Optimism, things like Arbitrum, Loopring. Again, if you guys want a breakdown of the layer 2 scaling solutions, which ones I like, what are the differences between all of them, then you're going to want to watch this video up here, which I'm going to link up for you guys. You've got a bunch of homework to do today, guys. You got to go watch that AI video. You've got to go watch the layer 2 video, because the reality is, now's the time, if you're serious, to be looking at these plays, looking at the valuation, going, hang on, this is crazy. I've got Metis sitting here at $81 million in market cap. Do I think that's going to go higher? Do I think it's going to go lower? Do I want to add that into a little layer 2 part of my portfolio? Do I want to create a little artificial intelligence part of my portfolio? So every month when I'm DCAing, maybe I'm going to DCA, if I'm DCAing 1,000 altogether in crypto, maybe I'm going to go, okay, $50 to $80 is going to go into AI DCAs, and then I'm going to put $50 to $80 in layer 2 scaling solution DCAs, and some into privacy coins, right? Just so you've got exposure to these plays over time. So there you have it, guys. Those are my 4 narratives I do not want to be sleeping on heading into the next bull run. You can see here Bitcoin from a TA perspective is primed and ready to go and mount another attack at 40,000. Of course, we are here trying to break from this triangle. Make sure you're in our Telegram group, where I'm going to share with you guys some TA in terms of what I think is going to happen from here, because you can see we had a little fake out yesterday, and chances are we're going to consolidate for a little bit longer, maybe ride the EMA ribbon a little bit before we mount another attack at 38 and then eventually 40. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, smash up the likes, don't forget to subscribe, check out the links in the description, and I'll see you in the next one.